Good evening from me and the world's loudest diesel heater. This evening I want to get the clutch on this M54 badly and maybe throw one of the gearboxes on it. I just need to choose one because we've got a few to pick from. But I want clutch, starter motor, gearbox on today, tomorrow, and get it in the car because I'm eager. It's easily achievable. There's not much to do, so let's start with getting the clutch on. Okay, so I have opted for the cheapest, nastiest clutch because we've actually used it in Sophie's car. This thing's half the price of any other clutch kit on the market in the UK, and it's held up perfectly fine in the past when we've used it because it came with a car that we bought for parts. It is an ATC clutch kit. This is a full kit, so you get flywheel, pressure plate, clutch plate, bolts, and a release bearing. So for 185 quid or whatever it was, compared to 360 odd, it ain't that bad. So here's your flywheel, here's all your bolts. They're already pre-Loctited, look, so I am going to add more just to be safe, but even comes branded up ATC, and you've got your bevel there for the dowel on the engine, so pretty hard to screw up. Got a bit of JB Weld red Loctite, just put tiny blob on each bolt as they go in, locate the dowel and bolt her up. .45 Newton meters plus 45 degrees, which I don't have a degree measurer, but I'll use my eyeballs, and the sequence says to start with the dowel bolt, so bear that in mind. So for this, got breaker bar on the crank hub bolt, and I'll get Madam to hold it. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I won't be strong enough.
6, 7, 8. Okay, so flywheel's on, it's torqued down. Now it's clutch plate, friction plate time. The one bad thing about this clutch kit, I will say, is the alignment tool that came with it was smashed to pieces because it was in a box with an entire clutch and flywheel. So I'm having to use the not very nice one, but gets the job done. When installing the clutch disc, you've got a flat side and a raised side. See that? This raised side goes gearbox side, not flywheel side, otherwise it will just bind. You'll have a bad day and you'll need to take your gearbox off again. Clutch is aligned with the pressure plate. Now let's line it up. Clutch done. Selected the gearbox. Let's get it on the engine. So this is again track 5. It's off your car? No.
No, mine's got a hole in it.
I think this is off that E46.
Yeah. My car's gearbox is in it.
So we're running 3 litre with 2.5 litre clutch, 2.5 litre gearbox. Just like mine, basically, until I said I'd swap that. So, let's sling her on. Look at that, my big strong man.
Put the gearbox in the hole. Then if I get in the hole, then if I like do the big lift, you can do the.
Yeah, you just got to be careful with the input shaft. That's what.
Yeah, you see, I can't push. What am I pushing on? Is it too much on? No? Which one's a short one? That one. Okay, so
Round 2. Get the clutch release bearing, got to take the box back off. Missing gearbox bolts. What more do you want? Day's Saturday. We are on 10 to 3. Engine is ready to go in. All of the difficult stuff that is difficult when the engine is in the car is done, and I've currently got Ollie changing the fuel filter to an E46 one because that is necessary. The fuel regulator on an M52 is on the fuel rail, and it's on the fuel filter on an M54, so you've got to put the 54, an E46 fuel filter in it. So that's being done. I am attempting to wire this one up myself without an adapter harness, just for being budget friendly. So Reese is over with our donor E46, taking the OBD port out and the accelerator pedal wiring out so that I can splice it into our harness for this car. So that's your M54 fuel filter, and that's your E36 one. That's straight in and out. This is in, return, out, and your regulator. That will run a vacuum port straight to there on the edge of the manifold. Simple. Something like that, innit?
I don't know.
The return line that's in the car,
Yeah.
cut that, put some hose in it.
Yeah. Job's got 'em. Job's finished.
Ow!
Oh wait. That one's going in there. That means that one's not long enough. Not long enough.
Screwdriver! Fuel filter done. Now I've just got to get this tool out of the engine bay. There we go.
So what I'm saying, yeah, so that's like, why don't we? Nah. Yours gone off. That was really lucky.
I was holding mine direct to you, it's off and it's went.
Excellent.
No, it was just because it was that. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It was slid up that.
That's why people buy engine rollers.
No, fuck that. That's what you got changed.
That's
They
why
got
we use
seatbelts.
seatbelts.
This thing's not had an engine for
Ever.
like 2 years? More? Bless it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Proper. Right, so it's Sunday. The engine went in last night, so we've made some progress on this, so that's a good start. The main reason we've done this is because we move next weekend. So plan was get this in. It went in fairly easily. This morning I have been stripping out all of the wiring that I need out of the E46 donor car that's over there. So I now have all the wiring that I need to create my own harness. But I'm going to put a pause on this for now because I've been following James Young Drifting's video, but I would like to make a walkthrough of when I do it too. So I'll put a pause on that now, make a separate video about that. The rest of this video, I'm going to modify the subframe on the V8 coupe build and see if I can get the engine and gearbox mounted up together and mock it up in the car today, because if I can, that gives us another engine to not have to move on its own. It can stay in the car for when we move. So that's this weekend's mission. So let's go. Now, I'm filming in here, just bits and bobs, just so you can hear me, because the diesel heat is going again. But first thing I'm going to do is put this slimline steering shaft in, which is a key part of the V8 swap, because of the manifolds and blah blah blah. This is one that our good friend makes. It's actually still collapsible instead of solid. This is an OEM BMW shaft with E36 ends put on it, but I'm not going to expose his secret as to which shaft it is. So our good friend Leroy that makes these, and then dead cheaper than any you can get on the market, and it's OEM quality, so what more do you want? So we'll get this in, and then have a look at modifying the subframe. Right, subframe's ground back and well through primered. And basically, the way it goes is these brackets, you're welding them up like that. The reflection's doing me dirty here, but this outer edge needs to be parallel to the chassis rail, so I'm going to use that little square to the side of it, try and get it as parallel as possible, and then once you've welded those tabs on, there's like a corner bracket that goes underneath them to support it. So I'm going to crack on welding these, because as soon as these are in, I can get the gearbox on the engine and then focus on the gearbox mount. So let's go. Place that hopefully isn't going to be in my way, but these little corner brackets just sit like that on the outer edge, so I'm going to tack that into place roughly and see if I'm happy with it. That tack's barely holding on. That was barely in the right place, but could not see. Out. So these are really hard to get to while they're on the car. So these are just getting tacked for now. And then in the future, when the subframe comes off the car, I can weld them on properly. Cool. Okay, so that's subframe welded up both sides. I'll have to grind them back a bit because Ollie's not done it. But I'll get them completely welded up nicely when the subframe's off the car before everything gets sent off for powder coating in the future. For now, the supports underneath are just tacked in place just so they're there. So it's time to get the engine crane out, which is exciting. Got Sophie on the floor getting a manifold off. So I best pull my car out so we've got some room to get a V8 lugged around the shop. Okay, so I am currently putting the struts back in the towers. Just while the car's still in the air so we can drop it back down off the jack. Sophie is taking the sump off the V8 because we'll have to just mock up the adamant sump while we're there. And find some bolts for the engine mounts from the adamant kit as well. Then we can get the PMC adapter bolted up to it all.
This is an incredibly awkward position to be in.
That's an extremely clean oil pump. I've got it. I've got it. Jesus. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, honey. I mean, they did say it was low mileage.
Good. Okay. Right. We need to get the oil pump off.
This.
Yes.
That just looks like a lot of tens to me. One in it.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Or does it slide off the...
It's just 'cause it's on that stud. I need to pull the oil pump nut off for the cog.
What's that?
Be a 16.
Oh,
You reverse thread or not? No.
let's find out. Just take that off, yeah?
Yeah. That's it. Ta-da! Okay, so I apologise for speaking over the heater, but it's freezing. What we've been doing is getting the subframe raised on there. So they come with subframe raisers, they're like an inch tall. Subframe lowerers, should I say. So they're in, quick 15-minute job. Now I'm just going to mock up the sump on the engine, just so I can rest it down for the night. And then tomorrow, come and get the PMC kit put on it, get the gearbox bolted up, and see if we can get this engine inside this car tomorrow.
It's heavy.
Right.
We can't up any higher. Kind of that end. Got it. Oh my god.
For a year, like occasionally.
Yeah.
And then to end the next year. Got some motivation for it.
But you'd never even say that again.
Toward engine. So what's going on there like that? Hello. Something like that, innit?
Yeah, so that, I'd said,
I don't want that.
yeah, so that one goes just like that. I wish you'd got impact. Someone's at home. There.
Yeah. Oh, there she is, though. Straight as well. Let's see how easy this goes in.
This is the only uncracked windscreen.
Yeah, don't crack it, man.
Crack that time you
Christ.
That's definitely a stick on something.
Right, hold her a sec. Got arm pump.
I've been holding it
the whole time.
Right.
Gives a push. Right.
Jump start, crane.
Jump start.
Yeah, keep
Right.
fuck out of me.
We've got another problem.
Yes, though.
What?
We're touching
Steering column.
yes.
Wait there.
What you're telling me is, I need to shave that starter down to make this a bit
You
easier.
need to take the nub off the starter.
Yeah.
For the heat shield off. It'll be alright with one.
Don't have, right?
That's it on top.
Some bloody wires on that thing. It's massive.
Pumping big amperage out, innit? It's a big water cooler out on it.
Yeah.
That's retarded, that is. Something on things on a dowel, mate.
This poor TMU engine crane.
Hold on, stay there.
You're on a bracket there.
Right.
Yeah.
Figured my first mistake of the day.
What will that do?
Starter motor needed to come out because it doesn't clear the steering shaft, and there was definitely no room for a manifold in there or downpipe. So nobody mentions it, but I think we have to put the starter motor on the left-hand side, left-hand drive location, because the swap kit comes with a blanking plate. So I'll have to do some research into that. But for now, we're just mocking the engine up just for transport as a small win. So let's go again.
Wait there. Now let me jack the gearbox back up, level it back up.
Where I am there, I'm about right over top it.
The engine's completely off piss.
Down.
You need to go back, I'd say, first, because I need to go back and like the right height just to skim the top of the mount. So I'd put
We've been doing plenty of fanning around, trying to figure out why things won't fit and why the engine's wonky. But I will explain that when it's in. and I've figured it all the way out. But for now,
For
just
now,
brainstorming and being gentle.
for now, we're going to see if we can wedge it into place. I'm on. Are you? I'm completely on. Playing like it was a baby.
Oh!
Ah, how much room's down that shaft today? Oh dear.
Yeah, you plonker.
What? Oh, did you let the gearbox down? Never mind. Whoa. Never mind.
There we go. It's in. It's actually in.
How do you feel?
Stunned.
The man was too stunned to speak.
It was. There we go. 2 engines in a week. Not properly, but I'm buzzing.
Don't. Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that.
Oh.
Ready?
Yeah, you start to drop that down slowly.
Whoa. What was that?
The jack slipping, I think, on the subframe.
Oh.
So, there we have it. 2 engines, 2 days, technically, really. Kind of. And we've not really been rushing, have we?
No.
But that is 2 shells with engines in them. Temporarily, the plan with the coupe is now I can fabricate the gearbox mount. So it's a completely installable and removable unit. So 3 litre. I'd like that done some point around Christmas. That's the goal. That's about a month-ish. Obviously the coupe is nowhere near finished, but now that I can get the transmission mount fabricated up, I can start planning things out in the bay before it gets painted, like oil filter housing bracket, oil cooler bracket, etc, etc, so I can weld to the bay before finalising it, essentially. So that's massive progress, and it really helps us out for moving.
We might have the saloon ready for January drift limits.
Yeah, potentially. Definitely not road legal, but definitely drivable.
Not road legal, but take to a track and drive it, yes.
Yeah. So we'll try for that. But I'm sure this video is extremely long already, so I'll quit yapping. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Safe.